Good evening, a warm good evening from here at the University of the West Indies Cave Hill campus to all of you attending our information session presented to you by the Cave Hill School of Business and Management. And this evening we are highlighting one of our latest products, our latest programs. We're very, very excited about this program, the MSc Accounting and Finance with the ACCA embedded. I'm stumbling over my words. So who am I? I'm Sonia Mohan, lecturer in the Cave Hill School of Business and Management, and also Deputy Dean in the Faculty of Social Sciences, under which the Cave Hill School of Business and Management resides. We're very proud to be part of the story, of the engaging story here at the University of the West Indies Cave Hill campus. And the School of Business and Management is always one of the innovators on campus. We have a quarter of the student body at any given time of year, whether that's be at the postgrad or undergrad level. And therefore we pride ourselves, despite our numbers, of having that rich engagement with our students. We are an accredited institution. For those of you who don't know the UWI, and particularly don't know us here at the Cave Hill campus, we're an accredited institution, and we have been assessed. And we are among the top 2.5% of universities offering tertiary level education, and the #1, the premier institution for tertiary education here in the region. The Cave Hill School of Business and Management, we are moving to make sure that we are the premier institution offering adult education and offering different products and services to the society at large. We're also very cognizant of our role as ensuring our greatest capital, our human resources within the region. We are allowing that to develop and evolve, and therefore our mission here at the university, an excellent global university, but rooted in the Caribbean, so that you can't get value for the knowledge, skills, competencies, and really the grounding that you're going to find, whether at the undergrad, professional development, or postgrad level, that speaks to issues of us, about us, for us, but presenting solutions and presenting alternative perspectives that will be relevant no matter where in the world you are. So again, we're really excited to have you here with us this evening. I bring greetings from the director of the Cave Hill School of Business and Management, Dr. Dion Greenidge, and thanking our support staff, Ms. Jayoni James and Ms. Martha Thomas. Dr. Greenidge heard me, so he is joining us just to say hello. So you'll see him among the panelists, but knowing his schedule, he's going to be popping in and out. So bringing you greetings from Dr. Greenidge, and I'm going to turn it over to the coordinator of this program, Mrs. Diana Weeks Marshall. Diana, over to you. I'll be here in the background, just fielding your questions and so on when we get to that stage. Don't hesitate. If you do have questions, you can post them in the Q&A. You don't have to wait until the end of Mrs. Weeks Marshall's presentation. You can post the questions as they come to you, or any comments that you want to make, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Diana?
Okay, so good evening to everyone, wherever you are in the world. And thank you, Ms. Mahon, for that introduction. So we're all here today to find out about the MSc Accounting and Finance ACCA Embedded. So before we get there, just a brief introduction. My name is Diana Weeks Marshall. I'm a lecturer in accounting at the Cave Hill School of Business and Management, formerly the Department of Management Studies at the University of the West Indies. I'm the program coordinator for the MSc Accounting and Finance ACCA Embedded. I'm also a fellow I'm a fellow chartered accountant and a fellow of the ACCA, the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants. So that's why most of you are also here. And I'm also currently the vice chair of the ACCA Barbados chapter. So the UWI Cave Hill campus has collaborated with the ACCA to now offer the first and only ACCA embedded master's program in the Caribbean region. So this basically showcases the innovation of the campus to collaborate with internationally recognized institutions such as the ACCA to provide top-class master's programs to a variety of students in a wide variety of subject areas. So our partnership with the ACCA has been a long-standing relationship. We have had an understanding with the ACCA from as far back as the 1990s, where as long as you studied with us in terms of the undergraduate courses that we would have done, when you went on to study for the ACCA, you would automatically have gotten exemptions from certain courses. But our official partnership with the ACCA in its current format would have commenced from around 2004, when we would have formalized that arrangement. And we now have accredited programs and courses with ACCA exemptions. We offer ACCA Accelerate program at the undergraduate level, and also now at the postgraduate level as well. We offer ACCA courses through our Center for Professional Development and Lifelong Learning. So the benefits of having this association with the ACCA for both the ACCA and also the university is that there's brand recognition. So for the university, that means that we are aligned with an international brand that is basically known right the way across the world, which is the ACCA. For the ACCA, they are aligned with us because we are one of the leading institutions in the region, and it benefits them to have the association with us. It provides a global passport to a global career for our students as well, and provides our students with a global network with attachments with the ACCA and their tutors, our tutors, international lecturers, and such. And it increases, having the ACCA along with a master's program also increases your employability as well. Because at that stage, you'll come into an employer with not just your master's degree, but also the professional qualification as well. In terms of thought leadership, we can also lean on the ACCA for research they do, and also we can collaborate with the ACCA to further the research that is conducted in the region as well. There's a process of continuous learning, which when you enter the accounting profession, you naturally will have to do, and the teaching support that you get will be second to none. I understand that many students now currently doing ACCA as well are struggling as they have selected to do their courses with online businesses that are just giving them videos and no other kind of support. But here at the University of the West Indies, we will give you tutorial support as well. And you will also have peers that you can collaborate with as well as you basically go through your journey of obtaining your MSc and your ACCA as well. So why pursue your graduate degree in accounting and finance at the Cave Hill campus? I've already mentioned some of the reasons why, but our program is basically designed with new approaches to accounting education to adapt to evolving roles in the accounting and finance industry. If you have been keeping abreast of the industry and the profession, you will know that accounting is constantly evolving. And the association that we have at the University of the West Indies Cave Hill campus, along with the ACCA, you will always be, in this particular program, you will always be one step ahead of what is happening in the accounting profession, as we will always be seeking to teach all of the concepts that are either cutting edge or have just recently come into the market. Whatever ACCA is doing that is international, we will be right there with them, teaching our students the exact same thing as well. Higher education is also seeking to accommodate the changes, either if it is that, you know, we just went through a period of, you know, a pandemic where we were online and where previously we were face to face, I think the University of the West Indies has done an excellent job of transitioning to the online platform. And also now that we're beginning to open back up again, if you are on island and you wish to come in and to be taught in a face-to-face modality, that also can be facilitated as well. So you will receive cutting-edge education here, comprehensive and rigorous treatment of all key areas, because we do also, our ACCA courses are taught to the same ACCA syllabus that the ACCA has for their particular courses as well. So there's a careful balance of technical accounting and finance knowledge, as well as practical skills that will be taught throughout the course of the program. And it's carefully aligned with ACCA course, the course structure, and also the competencies as well. So our program is basically, we have a blended approach, which is either face-to-face or online, but we've also incorporated the HyperFlex model, which will also allow for you to either be taught in class with live streaming if you are not in class, and then also for recordings to be placed online and for you to review at a later date as well. Duration of the course is a minimum of 18 months. The general structure we have is basically of 4 areas. We have the ethics workshop, which is an ACCA module that all ACCAs have to complete with the ACCA as well when they do the professional ACCA qualification. We have 9 core courses, 2 electives, and 1 research paper. So the whole program in itself offers 39 credits to be completed in a minimum of 18 months. So we have our 9 core courses at 3 credits each, the final research paper worth 6 credits, the 2 electives worth 3 credits, and the compulsory not-for-credit workshop as well. So this is basically what the program looks like. You can see here the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 courses. These 6 courses are adapted from the ACCA course syllabus, and these are the courses that you will also be expected to sit with ACCA for this program as well. Either that, or if you have already completed any one of these 6 programs, we are willing to offer you exemptions up to a maximum of 4 of these courses here. You then will be required to complete all of the other 3, the other courses that are here as well, and then you can select 2 electives from these 7 courses here. And as we said, the workshop, Ethics and Professional Skills Workshop, would be completed via the ACCA, and proof of that completion would also then be taken into consideration. So who is this program for? It is basically for all individuals that desire to complete their ACCA qualifications whilst pursuing a master's degree in accounting and finance. What I have seen at the undergraduate level is that students get their BSc in accounting. They go into the accounting profession. They are then required to do their ACCA, and then afterwards they come back and they still want to do a master's degree. What we're offering here is for you to kill 2 birds basically with 1 stone. So you get the benefit of having the professional qualification and also obtaining your master's degree at the same time. So if that's what you think that you're going to want to do, this is definitely the program for you to do it with, right? We offer the support for ACCA courses, and, you know, in terms of the support that the students really do need, I believe that at the University of the West Indies Cave Hill campus, we do offer that support. Individuals registered with ACCA who have an ACCA student membership and are at the level of the ACCA strategic professional courses, then, if you believe that you would like to come and set the rest of your courses out with us, fine, you can come along and you can do that as well. We will welcome that as well. And then it's suitable for students who are from a general finance background and wish to acquire specialist knowledge within the realm of accounting and finance. So this is an excellent gateway for you to enter into the world of accounting. If you've primarily done finance, you want to step across into accounting, then this is also the program for you as well. So students who have an accounting background and would like to expand and update their knowledge and their skills. Now, like myself, I qualified ACCA back in, oh dear, it's so long. If I tell you how long ago, I would probably be aging myself. But if I wanted to come back as a member of ACCA and update my skills or refresh my skills, then this is also a program that I might want to consider as well, if I also wanted to come and to get an MSc as well. Individuals who aspire to pursue a career in the financial sector, either as an analyst or accountant, then this is another door that would be open for you to come into the profession. We're opening all of the doors and we're welcoming you with open arms. It's aimed at individuals seeking to become professionally qualified accountants. So this is your gateway to the profession. So we have various access points. So initially it was, the program was designed for degreed applicants. You have to have at least a second-class honors degree and 2 letters of recommendation to make the application. However, we also would prefer, because it's ACCA embedded, for you to have the foundational knowledge that would be required for you to successfully complete the ACCA courses. So ideally, we would like for you to come in at the strategic professional level of the ACCA and then continue on. If you're not quite at that level yet, then, maybe we can still facilitate you. We can probably get you started on some other courses before you do the strategic courses, and maybe through the CPDLL, the Center for Professional Development and Lifelong Learning department center that we have, you can probably do some of the other courses at the strategic skills level that you need to bring yourself up to the strategic professional level, and then you can continue on with the program as well. So as I said previously, if you're an ACCA member or affiliate, because we do know that there are many ACCA affiliates out there who have not finished, say like 1 or 2 of their strategic level courses, and you feel, okay, after doing this, I want to continue on to do a master's, then come in and we can assist you with completing those courses and also obtaining your master's degree as well. So even if it is like myself, you would have completed all of the ACCA courses, and you want to come in and brush up on your accounting and get that master's degree as well, this is the program for you. If you are a have current ACCA membership in good standing, completed ACCA applied knowledge and skills, strategic professional essentials, plus 2 strategic optional courses, then once again, this program is for you. And then students must complete the EPSM as well, the ethics module. CPA Canada students, if you were a CPA Canada student and you're in the region and you had started studying with CPA Canada, then you know that it was, I think it's maybe about 2 years now that CPA Canada had basically stopped teaching courses and stopped doing exams for our students. If you are one of those students and you're now thinking, oh my gosh, I have to go and start from scratch now, that's not necessarily the case. ACCA had, they had designed an MOU with CPA Canada, where they then would take their students, and the credits that you would have gotten for courses that you've already passed ACCA would basically honor those courses that you would have done, and you could start doing the ACCA. Likewise, the University of the West Indies Cave Hill campus, we are willing, once ACCA will accept and honor your courses and give you credits for those, we will also give you credit for those courses as well. So if you're a CPA Canada student, then, you know, this is a program for you to get professionally qualified as an accountant and also to get that master's program. And finally, if you don't have a degree as well, or your degree was maybe in something else, because we see a lot of students as well coming over from the sciences and wanting to do accounting, and there's nothing wrong with that, then you just may have to take a slightly different route to get into the program, and you may then have to be interviewed by a small panel. It's nothing, you know, too onerous, but we would have to take a look at you to ensure that you at least have the foundational knowledge and understanding, so that when you get into the courses, you will not be lost, right? So basically, the Accounting and Finance ACCA Embedded is awarded to students who would have completed all of our MSc courses in the program. So even if you've gotten exemptions, then, you know, we'll consider that you would have done those courses. And once, as long as you have concurrently also completed your ACCA exams, we will award you with the MSc Accounting and Finance ACCA Embedded degree. If you have not completed all of the ACCA exams, and this is ACCA, doing ACCA exams, but you complete our program, and there are some individuals that come and they want the knowledge, they want the experience, but they don't want to do the ACCA examinations, but they are willing to come and do our examinations, then in that regard, we will issue you with an MSc Accounting and Finance. It will not say ACCA Embedded. So we have a number of routes, a number of avenues that we're offering with this fantastic program. In terms of the ACCA, if you go to their website and you look up the universities that are listed as having master's degree programs with them, you will see us there. This is not something that we're just putting out there that we're accredited by ACCA. Our program is accredited. It definitely is accredited. You can go to accaglobal.com and you can check us out there as well. You should see an ad there. We also have an ad in ACCA Careers as well, which would advertise this program as well. We work very hard with the ACCA, both locally in terms of ACCA Caribbean office, but especially the ACCA UK office to put this program into place. And it took us about 2 years to actually get everything devised the way that we want it to, and the program, you know, crafted in exactly the way that we wanted it to work. And what I would say is that we have a fantastic relationship with the ACCA, and it is one that, you know, I especially am proud of, and I really want our students to know that, you know, this is a collaboration that is all about you. Right? It's all about bringing you the best in accounting courses, the best in accounting and finance programs. And this program is definitely one that I think stands head and shoulders above most other MSc programs in the region in terms of the accounting profession. At that point, this is our team. It's myself there in the middle. Then you have Dr. Dion Greenwich. I'm sure that if he's still here, he would probably have a few words to say with you. He was the head of Department of Management Studies. It's now the Cave Hill School of Business and Management. And also Ms. Marla Thomas, she is the Administrative Assistant for Graduate Studies as well. So these are the three individuals that you will most likely be in contact with over the lifetime of the course here at the Cave Hill School of Business and Management. If you wish to contact us, these are all of the details that we have here. And at this point, if you have any questions at all, I am willing to field them. So Ms. Mahon.
Hi, the reason I'm smiling is I invited our participants who took me up on the offer to post their questions and didn't have to wait until the end, some of which you already addressed, but I think repetition is good. It reinforces what you have said. So many of these questions have to do with entrance, matriculation into the program, and so on. So I'll just read out a few of them. As you know, accounting and finance is not my field, so some of it is a little above my head as to some specific questions they're asking within your realm. So I am going to get started, and I did see a hand raised earlier. If you don't mind putting the question in the Q&A, that would help us just manage the process a little better. You did answer this question, but again, I'm going to ask it again. Many of the potential applicants, and we're looking forward to seeing you when you do apply and come into the program, are asking about the mode of delivery. I know you did speak about Hyperflex and face-to-face and online earlier, but if you can just repeat that. They're from various parts of the region, and some of them might be even beyond the region. I want to know if they can do the program completely online.
Yes, that is the direction that we have moved in with the Hyperflex. What we will have is, if you are on island and you wish to come in, not if you wish to come in, because I mean, we need to have individuals to teach to, so we'd like some of you to come in and to be in the classroom with the lecturers so that we can have that interaction with you. But also as well, we will be live streaming. This is the Hyperflex model. We will be live streaming as well, and there will be interaction between the students who are online and the lecturer as well, and hopefully everyone else in the class that's right there. So yes, you can be in Jamaica, you can be in the US, in the UK, and you can still participate in the classes. And also, if for any particular reason you're not available for that one class, because we don't want to, encourage students not to participate in classes. But if you're not available for that one class, then, the recording will go up on our e-learning management system, and you can view that recording at a later date. So yes, you can be overseas and not on island, and also have the course, take the course as well. Yeah.
And those the classes will be synchronous. So when you're joining, you're interacting with other persons in the class and so on. Yeah. We've invested quite a bit in the technology. If you can speak a bit about that.
Speak about the technology.
So that they can actually feel like part of the class. So no matter where they're located, and some of them are indicating they're in St. Kitts or Grenada or Jamaica and so on, they can still feel like part of the class interaction going on. So often we do host these courses in our graduate building or in our School of Business building, which has the equipment that allows you to engage live synchronously during the class. So even if you're joining the class online, you are not just an observer, you are actually engaging with your classmates, and you're engaging with the lecturer as well. You can just nod, Banner. Yes. Okay, some questions about access to the program. So we have a couple of Janique is one of them, and I saw this question posted a couple of other places as well. Can she join the program, or can you join the program with the bachelor's degree in accounting or accounting and finance, or do you have to have the ACCA level 2 in order to be considered for the program?
Now what we generally would do is we will look to see what class of degree you have gotten. So if you were an outstanding student, so you got a first class honors degree, upper second degree, then we'll take a look at you and, we'll determine whether, okay, can this student come in? And if you definitely want to do the ACCA courses as well, and you want the ACCA embedded program, we'll say to you, yes, you can come in, but you can do the other courses. So if I were to backtrack here to the courses, we will say, we'll start off with accounting and finance and start off with the corporate finance, corporate finance and corporate finance courses first, and also do some of the other courses like with CPDLL, because there may be one or two courses that you still have to do before you get to the strategic professional level. So we'll tell you to do those courses. You can start this program, but you have to do those courses as well in order for you to then do these courses, because ACCA will not allow you to sit these courses until you've done the applied skills courses with them as well. So, but we're willing to facilitate you to see how many courses you have to do to get to this level, and to see if it makes sense for you to, okay, you can do those other courses, but you could have to do one or two courses here with us until you've completed those courses to then come in and do these particular courses. ACCA will not allow you to sit exams that you haven't passed the prerequisites for. I hope that answers the question.
And asking the question slightly differently now. And again, so if they don't have any ACCA, I know you just answered this, but just because the question keeps coming up. If you just have your bachelor's degree, and it doesn't matter which university, once it's an accredited, recognized university, so we have some candidates here from our St. Augustine campus. We have a candidate here, Duran, from the University of the Bahamas, with a bachelor's degree in accounting. They can still apply to the program.
Yes, you can still apply to the program. That is not a problem. The crux of the matter will be determined as to whether you want the ACCA embedded. Because if you don't want the ACCA embedded, that's fine. And once you have the foundational courses to manage these courses at this level, then we will say, okay, yes, you can come in and you can do the program, and we will monitor you. If you need to, if you find that, advanced audit and assurance really is too hard or whatever, so we might be able to suggest another course that you do before that one in order for you to, obtain success. But no, it is only when you absolutely want to do the ACCA embedded that we are going to stick to the hard and fast, that you have to complete up to a certain level of the ACCA before you can actually complete these courses. So once as long as you would normally be accepted by the University of the West Indies Cave Hill campus to do a master's degree, yes, we will accept you.
Okay. Some persons are asking if we offer the CAT as well.
Not at this point.
Okay. And Shania we applaud your enthusiasm, Shania. You'll see what I mean in a moment, Diana. Shania has just completed CSEC, and she is eager to start her accounting career. I'm going to tell you what she needs to do first. She's not quite ready for this stage, I don't think. So, no. Yes.
Okay. So what Shania has to do is Shania has to apply to the University of the West Indies Cave Hill campus. And we have a number of undergraduate programs that would suit you. So you have the accounting, the BSc Accounting Special, which would give you exemptions from at least, I think it's 7 courses, 7 of the ACCA courses that you would have to do. And then you may have to do just 1 or 2 courses to get to this strategic professional level, and then you can come in. So you have to do your BSc accounting first. If you do BSc Accounting and Finance, that's another route. And then we have a number of programs that are either with accounting or and accounting. So there's economics and accounting, there's economics with accounting, there's IT and accounting, IT with accounting, computer sciences with accounting, computer sciences and accounting, and the list goes on. So at the University of the West Indies, the list goes on. I think that right now we have accredited 18 programs, 18 of our programs that have accounting as a major or a minor with the ACCA. So either of those routes, any of those routes can help you get to this point. So Shania, go
we're
for
looking
it.
forward to seeing your application come in, and
Yes.
we will partner with you through this.
Right
and when you
the way
come in,
through.
please come to the department so that we can see who you are.
Yes.
We have a question here, interesting one. This potential applicant is a current ACCA student, but does not have an undergraduate degree. What would you recommend?
That is, okay, so we did say that we had, am I in the right direction? This one here.
Right.
Right.
Your non-degreed applicant.
Oh,
you went
wrong direction. So yes, we have non-degreed applicants.
If you go back to the right, I think it was to the left. I don't know my left or my right. There you go.
There you go. So yes, non-degreed applicants, you have been studying ACCA, but no degree. We had one of these recently as well. And what we did was, what did we do? That student had actually started doing some of the diplomas with the ACCA. So instead of doing anything, okay, ACCA offers diplomas, which are either 2 or 3 of their courses. And it's kind of like foundational level. And that student had done the diploma, but then she had actually done a few of the ACCA applied skills courses. And so, yes, we accepted her. She did not have a degree. What I would, okay, we would have to actually take a look at your individual application to see whether or not you have the foundational skills, because honestly, it's not easy coming into, not that one, it is this one. At this level, these are strategic programs. These are, you would have done basically your taxation course and then do the advanced taxation. Auditing and insurance, there's a course that comes before this, and then you're moving into the more advanced aspects of auditing. Advanced performance and management, there's performance and management before that, and then this is the advanced. So there is, for you to jump over those stages, I think that you would basically be placing yourself at a disadvantage here, but we can offer you assistance in reaching this level. Because as I said, under the Center for Professional Development and Lifelong Learning, we are offering many of these courses. So we offer financial management, we offer performance management, audit and assurance, and also taxation. So for those 4 courses, can be done separately and can be done individually there. Once those are passed at that level, then you can come in and you can enjoy all of the benefits of the MSc Accounting and Finance with the ACCA embedded.
Right, so I'm hearing therefore there are flexible alternate pathways to getting you to the destination that the candidates may want to get to.
Yes.
And it all depends on where their starting point happens to be.
That is correct. And
right.
So therefore, everyone's situation is different. So what we have been saying to everyone, I mean, I get emails every week. And what I generally say to them is, because, you know, a student may email you, a prospective student may email you, but they don't always give you all of the information. So therefore, we say to them, make the application.
Yes.
Complete the application so that we can review you and review all of the information that we have on you, and then we can take it from there.
Right. If I can summarize there, and please correct me if I'm wrong, Diana, because I don't want to mislead those who are here with us this evening. If you have no experience at all, if you've just started your journey, if you have not done your undergraduate degree, you've just done CSEC or an associate's degree, that's where you would start. You need to come in at the ground level, you get your BSc, and then you can move from there. For those of you who have then gone on to do some engagement with the ACCA, that may be allow us to evaluate your application. So you know that if you're applying but you don't have at least a BSc degree, that we are going to route you to that direction. For everybody else, you have your BSc, you have experience or engagement with the ACCA, and so on. Submit your application so that we have full disclosure, full details to determine what pathway might work best for you. Is that a good summary?
That is an excellent summary, Sonia. Thank you.
Oh, Evelyn asked, do you have to sign up separately with the ACCA?
Yes, you do. So therefore, with the ACCA, because you're getting their qualification as well, you're still required to do their exams as well. So it may sound a little cumbersome doing 2 sets of exams, but honestly, I think it's the best route. What we generally try to do is to have our exams before the ACCA exams so that you can see how you've done at our level, and then you can go on and do the ACCA exam like the following month or so. So there's normally like a number of weeks between our exams and the ACCA exams. So if it is that you want to treat our exam as the mock exam, although through the course, you will be given mock examinations as well through our program, our final exam for our course, you can still treat that as, okay, let me see how well I do here. And then you can still go on and do the ACCA course. So yes, you still have to be registered with ACCA. You still have to be a student member with ACCA to get the MSc Accounting and Finance with the ACCA embedded. Yes.
Again, Johnny Louis has her hand raised. Johnny, if you can put it in the Q&A for us, that would be great. So we do have a couple of questions about the costing of the program.
Okay, so the cost of the program, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Ms. Mahon, is 30,000 Barbados dollars for the entire program.
If you don't mind, Dana, just dividing that by 2 to put it in US dollars, because we have candidates from potential
15,000 US.
And there's a but wait.
But wait.
But wait. What does the 15,000 US, which alone itself is value for money? We could stop there. But the 15,000 US also entitles the students to resources such as a laptop and any other books and so on.
Yes, it does. We will provide all of the material, both the study material and also, which would be the text and the revision kits for all of these ACCA courses. And also, I do believe they do get the texts for the other courses as well through the Department of Management Studies.
For the 15,000 US?
For the 15,000 US, yes. And a laptop as well. And a laptop as well.
We have to sit and talk about this, Diana.
I completely agree.
The program, I don't think there's any other program that gives you that sort of support, that gives you access to the knowledge, skills, and competencies that allows you to sit for your ACCA qualifications. And we decide that we are going to sweeten the pot by giving a laptop and resources.
That's right. I don't think that you can get a better deal anywhere else.
I can't think of a better deal anywhere else. And for those of you who want to do the calculation from Barbados to US dollars, just divide by 2. So there is, I think there's some responses in the chat about the costs. and the cost of the application and so on. So anything you see listed in Barbados dollars, just divide by 2. So 30,000 Barbados dollars is 15,000 for the program. And you would then have to just pay the registration fees, which is about $280 US per semester. That covers all of the registration and student amenities and so on as well.
What I did want to say as well, what is not covered in that is your ACCA membership or the ACCA exam fee.
You just answered the question I'm about to put to you. I was just trying to find the exact question, but they wanted to know if they needed to pay the ACCA as well.
Yes, you do need to pay the ACCA. And
Okay.
no, we do not register you for the ACCA. You have to do that yourself. At this stage, I do believe that, you know, to me, that's part of the process. You having a relationship with ACCA as well as the University of the West Indies. So yes, you do have to take care of that yourself as well.
Okay, and the 15,000 US does not cover the cost of the ACCA exams.
No, it does not.
Okay, just wanted to verify that. Do you know how the materials are delivered? Are they soft copy, they're digital materials, or they're hard copy?
We have gone for the soft copy, so we get all of our e-texts. I find that that is the best way to deliver the materials. Well, first of all, to get the materials, we don't have to wait for the books to actually get here. And because the ACCA material is updated every single year, the e-texts are much better because they're going to be up to date, especially for things like the taxation. They're going to be up to date with the most recent Finance Act. And, you know, all of the questions are revised and everything is basically revised for that particular year. So you get that text, you get the study text and the revision text. And, you know, it's either BPP or, oh dear, what's the other one? BPP text is what you will generally get.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Janique
So
wants
for those,
to know, do you have
for
to
those
pay
individuals,
the annual?
Sorry, for those individuals that have researched the ACCA, they would also know that BPP is also one of the leading ACCA, you know, tuition providers as well. So we have only chosen to work with top class providers of materials for this course. ACCA, we have a very good relationship with them. I speak to them, you know, often, at least once a month. So we have our own representative as well. If you have any problems with downloading materials, then we can very easily and quickly find someone over there in the UK who's always willing to assist.
Okay. Can you apply for the program? I know we have addressed this, but again, repetition, and especially if it comes from a different angle, is, you know, just reinforces what we wanted to get across. So Ina wants to know if you can you apply for the course, for the program, if you have a non-finance degree but have the work experience. And that dovetails with another potential applicant who talks about 15 years experience in the public sector but no degree. So I know you have the non-finance degree or the no degree. I know you spoke about that, but if you don't mind just repeating it one more time.
Okay, so non-finance and also no degree. Yes, we do have avenues for you as well. But once again, we would really love for you to complete the application process so that we can get all of your information together and we can make an assessment at that stage. And we can advise you as to how you can then enter the program. So it may be that you may need to do 1 or 2 top-up courses, and we can point you in the direction of those particular courses that you need to do in order to come in and to effectively be able to, you know, confidently deal with these courses. Because as I say, they are advanced, they're at a strategic level, which is, you know, above. You're expected to have certain knowledge. So individuals coming in with work experience, you know, especially if it is at a higher level of the organization as well, are more than willing to come in, because they would have been involved in maybe strategy and leadership and maybe financial management, you know, in terms of working in the accounts department or such, or within the audit department of a firm, you know, or if you are focused on taxation. So you can come in and you can send in your application. Let's take a look at it and we can make a decision from then, and we can always advise you from there as well.
Right. So just to reiterate that again, if you are thinking about this, if you have started your ACCA program, if you have a couple of courses, some candidates were indicating that they didn't quite finish level 2. If you've been working for an extended period of time, but you don't have a finance or an accounting degree, if you have a finance and accounting degree but haven't started with your ACCA journey, all of you are at the same point. Please put in your application so that we will have full disclosure. You'll be giving us everything that allows us to assess your background, and therefore we can make an individual recommendation on a case-by-case basis to you. It's always difficult in a forum such as this to address the different nuances, but once your application is in, then we have your story. We have what we need in front of us, and we can contact you. We have your details and so on, should you need more guidance than the traditional route, and be able to nuance the pathway, that very flexible pathway, different starting points, but similar destination. We can really give recommendations as to the pathway that might work best for you in your particular situation. So cannot emphasize enough, just let me reinforce what Mrs. Weeks Marshall has said. Please put in your application. That allows us, and the earlier, the better. We don't want you to, the application season is open until June 30th. We don't want you to put it in at June 30th, and then we have to go through the process of evaluating what you've submitted, especially if it's on a non-traditional route, and allowing you to make certain decisions, and then you run out of time for this if you wanted to come in September. So the earlier you put in your application, the better. That allows us to engage with you for your specific situation. I am just looking through. After completing this is an interesting one, Dana, so I want you to inhale. Okay. Yes. After completing this program, what kind of support do we give for job placement?
At this point, because the program is relatively new, we have been focused on working out, you know, any little kinks that may be embedded in the program or whatever, trying to just, you know, ensure that the student experience is, you know, as best as we can provide. In terms of job placements, and this was something else that I was going to make mention of as well. In order for you to qualify for the ACCA program as well, you need to have, what do they call it, the professional experience requirements as well. And that is when you are already working and you get your experience on the job. So previously, and I know this is not really answering the question, kind of answering another question, but it is one that I remembered and is kind of related as well, as to whether we do provide avenues for students to get their professional experience requirements for ACCA. At this point in time, we do not, and it's because the program is developing and we have to basically build those relationships. We're looking to see how we can develop those linkages and how we can develop that within the program. So that should be coming sometime soon in the future. In relation to job placements, we do have connections with the audit firms in the region, but in terms of saying that we actually have a formal program for job placements, we do not have that as yet. And you know, that is something else that we have to look at as well. It's something else that we definitely want to do, but it just is not here as yet. The program is only, I mean, we've only had our
A year.
first cohort. Yeah, our first cohort in. So, you know, we haven't gotten to that stage as yet. But yes, that is definitely something we want to do in the future.
What we can say though is we do get complaints from practically every other discipline on campus, especially those outside of the school, that when the job fairs happen and when the headhunters come to the campus, quite often there are opportunities for those in accounting and finance, and so on. And the students have learned to come with your CV polished. You go to some of our Office Student Services does provide workshops for CV writing and so on. So you come with your you come dressed professionally with your polished CV, and inevitably our partner firms are going to be part of the job fair, and they're headhunting. They're coming in and headhunting. Dana, sorry, you are, if you don't mind, stop sharing your screen. Your presentation just went all snap.
I saw that.
So a couple of other questions, and there are a couple of slides that I want you to put back up. So you continue.
Okay. Also, as well, Sonia, we had just recently completed a job fair as well on campus, and I know that that was open to many students, and it was primarily focused on the students of the students on the campus, but also as well, there were a number of audit firms that were there and companies that were looking for accountants as well. So there are always opportunities for you to engage at that level, and in the future, you know, those opportunities I'm sure will only be increased. Yeah.
Okay. Some more specific questions now. How would you find out if you qualify for the exemption? I could almost say apply, and we will see what you bring, but I will let you say that.
Yes. Yes. So once you apply, complete the application, and you provide your evidence and everything, and then you will be granted your exemptions.
Okay. I'm going to read it just, Salisha, I'm going to read it exactly as is. Presently, I have completed 12 out of 14 courses in the ACCA program. I have 2 remaining optional courses to complete. Would I be eligible for any exemptions if I were to enter this program?
Yes,
smiling again.
I did say that we will offer 4 exemptions. So although you would have completed 12, you will be granted 4 exemptions with credit. So you then would be able to select which ones, if you've done, say, 4 of these with ACCA, you might want to take those as exemptions and maybe do strategic business reporter, strategic business leader, whichever. And then you would have to do the other courses, but you get 4 courses with credit as exemptions.
Is the cost different for an ACCA qualified student?
No, it is not, because you're still doing our courses, our exams. So no, it is not.
Okay. In terms of the program itself now, does the program have a research paper or a practicum? And
that is what, this is it right here. This is why I wanted research project right there. Yes. Yes, we do.
And how many hours per course? And how long? I know you will address this earlier in your presentation, but if you can just repeat that.
Okay, so there are 39 credits to be had. It's a minimum of 18 months. For each one of our courses, you will be given a 3-hour lecture. Don't worry, you get a break in between there as well. But 3 hours a week, and the weeks, we have 13 weeks. 13 to 14 weeks of teaching. So 13 times 3 for each course. And that would basically be the amount of face-to-face time that you have, but you will be required to do your own additional, you know, research and writing and revision and everything else. That then would be up to you.
And for somebody who's working, I know the program, I'm stumbling over my words because two parts of my brain are warring at the moment. So most of the persons coming into the program are pursuing the program part-time. How many courses per semester? And therefore, how long would it take them to complete the program part-time?
Part-time, well, the program as itself, we say a minimum of 18 months. A minimum of 18 months. We do expect you to do 2 to 3 courses each semester. I think the ideal is 3 courses a semester. In terms of the maximum number of months or years to do the program, I do see Dr. Greenwich is back in, oh, he was in. I'm not sure if he would like to come in to speak on that, but I'm not certain exactly how long we go before we, have to speak to you and tell you that you're taking too long. Ms. Mahan, I'm not sure if you.
It's Dr. Greenwich, there you are.
I was going to actually hide because I normally when you call my name, I don't normally answer since I'm just here, just here. But let me say that it is. You're correct. 18 months. We normally do it. It's normally a part-time program, so 2 to 3 courses in a semester, and most persons complete within 24 months. So that normally happen across programs. So I would say normally 24 months is the normal time that persons take in our master's program. We don't really have a situation where people do take that long after they complete their time in graduate programs. So yeah.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
You drew him out. Thank you, Diana.
Yes, I did.
Hi, Dr. Greenwich. We know you're moving from meeting to meeting, so thank you for staying on with us, at least signed in. Just a couple more questions here. Yes, there is a payment plan. So while we would welcome you paying for the program upfront, if you're coming in September and August, you pay for the program upfront. You can, for this program, there is a payment plan that you can enter into. You can also pay by semester. So depending on the number of credits or courses for which you're registered that semester, you're paying the student fees, the registration fees, plus the course, and it's about $2,000 per course that you are registering for that semester. So yes, and you can enter into a payment plan with our bursary as well. So we did talk about that. After completing the ACCA strategic professional exams, will you be required to complete the other 2 optional ACCA papers?
Not with ACCA, but we do require for our program that you do all 6 of our ACCA programs here. But you don't have to do the other 2 with ACCA. So if you want the ACCA embedded, you have to set definitely the strategic business reporting and the strategic business leader with ACCA and with us. And then for ACCA, you choose 2 of these 4, and you will sit those 2 exams with ACCA, but you have to sit all 4 of our exams, do all 4 courses for us. And that is so that at the end of the program, you come out and you are a well-rounded individual with the accounting and finance, taxation, audit and assurance, and performance management as well.
Okay. And again, just repeating some of what we said before, if you do have an accounting or finance degree, even if you've not started with ACCA, or if you've started and not completed level 2, or if you're not to the level that you think you should be, please put in your application so that we can guide you as to what would be a reasonable, maybe even flexible, based on your specific situation, pathway is to either the MSc Accounting and Finance program with the ACCA embedded, or for those of you, because there seems to be several in the audience that have ACCA and want to know what the pathway would be for them. So again, please put in the application. I think there were a couple of other Q&A, and we answered that one. And yes, this again, the program is offered, delivered both face-to-face and online using the Hyperflex model. And therefore, it doesn't matter where you can choose to do the program online without being resident here in Barbados. So it doesn't matter where in the world you are. We have a potential candidate here, Diana, that is planning to move to Europe and wants to know if they started and they moved, if they will be able to complete.
Yes, yes, they will. And our programs are internationally recognized as well. So as Ms. Mahon was saying, we are now, and Ms. Mahon, you have all of the statistics there in front of you. You know, I don't remember all of these things, but we are internationally accredited and recognized institution. And our degrees are recognized internationally. So yes, ACCA knows of what is happening with the University of the West Indies Cave Hill campus, because in designing this program, we designed this directly with them, with everyone that's at ACCA in the UK. So we had many meetings with them, and you know, we were in direct contact with them. This is not just a Caribbean thing. This was aimed and marketed for an international market, not just for the region. So yes.
And for those who might be leaving us shortly, we're going to wrap up in just a couple of minutes. We want to thank you for attending, and we want to hear from you. So I've just reposted, thanks Marla for putting it in the chat earlier, the exit survey. It's not going to take very long, but we'd be delighted to hear from you if you just complete that exit survey as well. There's a question about scholarships. There are some graduate scholarships that are available. That information would be on the School for Graduate Studies and Research's website, so you can take a look there. For those of you who are completing your undergraduate degree, there was a question about completing in summer. Yes, you can still put in your application. What would happen is that it would be pending the completion of your degree, so that it would be pending the completion of your degree. This is your undergraduate degree. We also have contact information. If you find that you have, I forgot to ask that question. Again, we've put the information in the chat for contact information about the school, graduate CHSBM at kphil.uw.edu. And Marta, the AA is responsibility for graduate studies, has her email address there, marta.thomas@kphil.ue.edu. Other support as well from Kendi King at kphil.ue.edu. So don't hesitate to send in your questions. Before I turn it over back to Mrs. Weeks Marshall, apply. Deadline is June 30th, but please don't wait till June 30th. Apply, and that way we can direct your pathway to address your individual situation. Very difficult to speak in general terms, in more than very general terms, but once we have your full picture, your full story, that allows us to build a response that is specific just to you. Diana, sorry, Mrs. Victor Marshall, our summer, does their program have a semester 3 for those who are completing our summer semesters included in the program?
At this point, we did not have a semester 3 for this year, because we're just now starting the program. So we had the first semester, second semester, we did not have a semester 3. However, that workshop will be completed during what we would term semester 3 as well, the ethics workshop.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
Thank you for that.
Yes. Okay.
And Natalie asks or says that she's applied, but it doesn't say ACCA embedded. Is there, they do have to choose it in when they're applying, right?
But
you can,
certain if
yeah, but you can also, if you've already applied, what you can do is send a follow-up email and just specify the program. Just ensure that we have your program.
I do believe.
So it would just say,
right.
it just say accounting and finance.
Okay.
What ACCA better as Diane so capably stated tonight, it really is about whether or not when we take you, if you are on that path for yeah. So it's the path. So when you apply and we have all the information, then we know. So yeah, it should be there.
Okay. And that would definitely depend too if they continue on with the examinations, because they can decide to do just our courses, in which case they are awarded the MSc Accounting and Finance to go on to then do the ACCA exams, is where the ACCA embedded comes. Right, Diana?
That's right. Yes, that's correct. That is correct.
Okay. And Shanavia, you are asking about the undergraduate program. So if you don't mind sharing your contact information, we will follow up with you, because it really does depend on where from which territory you are coming. If you are, yeah, it depends on which territory from which you're coming. If you are Barbadian, then the program, the BSc program, is fully sponsored. If you're not Barbadian, it depends on where you're coming from, the level of sponsorship, if any, that you are going to be given. And Natasha, can it be done fully online, the MSc program? Yes, you can choose to follow the program fully online. And then I'm just perusing the chat to make sure I haven't missed any major questions. And I don't think I have. So the final word, well, let's see, I have a new message coming up. Oh, right. The final word is from you. If I jump back in, it's because I found one that we didn't answer. But I think you have covered everything. So on behalf of the department, I want to say thank you to those who took the time out to come to this information session. And I just want to hand it over to Mrs. Victor Marshall to have the final word. Dana?
And my final word is that we are here, we are ready, we are waiting for you. We're excited to have you, and we want to see those applications come in so that we can basically attend to you individually. We'll look at your application and we'll find a route for you to completing this program and, you know, your journey through the university. We will basically hold your hand and, you know, be encouraged. I think that you're in the right place. It's an excellent place to start for your accounting profession. And, you know, we actually do have an excellent relationship with all of the accounting firms, the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Barbados, and also the Caribbean as well, and all of the international audit firms as well. So this is definitely the place to be to start this journey.
Okay. And with that, again, thank you so much for joining us this evening. We look forward to seeing you, having your applications in and seeing you in September. Do we offer a January entry point too for this program, Diana?
Yes, we do.
Right. So either in January 30th, for those who are interested in coming in and joining us in September. And usually the applications are no later than the end of October for those who are joining us in January. So again, thank you for taking time out to engage with us. Don't hesitate to email us or to contact us if you have further questions, and please fill out the exit survey before you leave. Again, on behalf of Dr. Greenidge, Diana, and the entire school, thank you, Jayoni and Marta, for providing the usual support for us. Good evening, all. Have a good evening.
Thank you. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.